here with another video, and this video is actually a product review video on the Maybelline the Blush Nudes palette. When I was selected to review the palette, I was excited because I had been eyeing it at Target, and every time I would say, okay, I'm going to go back and buy it, it would always be gone. So this was flying off the shelves really quick. So when I was selected to review it, I was really excited, and the product came really quick. And immediately when I got it, I was excited and I swatched it. So if you do follow me on Instagram, my information is down below. If you don't, I did post a picture of it with swatches on my Instagram. I will swatch it again for you all in this video. When I got it, of course, it came in the mail, so it wasn't cracked. It did hold up during shipping, and when I was swatching it, it didn't feel chalky. The product felt really smooth on my finger, and I was very excited that one swipe and I put it onto my arm, and the pigmentation of it was just amazing, especially up against my skin tone. And I was excited to see that the color payoff was very well against my skin tone. Another thing that I did notice, that with the more shimmery ones, it was kind of powdery, but when I applied it to my face, there was no fallout, and that is one of the biggest things that I look for, especially when it comes to eyeshadow, because we all know that fallout is just so horrible. And I'm the person that I don't do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation. I do my eyeshadow after I do my foundation. But the reason why a lot of people do their eyeshadow before they do their foundation is to combat the fallout. So even though it was a little bit powdery, there was no fallout, so it held on to the brush really well, and then it applied to the eyelid area very well. It stuck to my eyeshadow base that I did have on my eye, so that was a major plus. Another major plus is that these are tones that works well, especially for my ebony babies. We do tend to, it's hard for us, especially when it comes to neutral tones, and these are rose hued nudes, so it is kind of harder for us to find those perfect color matches for us in our skin tone. But this is a perfect palette for if you're looking for a rose hued nudes, especially for the spring and summertime. This is an amazing palette to have in your makeup stash. So the final goal on this product is, it is a must buy. It is a must buy. I just want to get into the swatches really quick, and I'll go into the swatches. I'll go ahead and just do them close up on my arm, and I'll go in more detail with the shades. Okay, so here, this is what the palette looks like. You can see the top is more of the lighter shades, and the bottom is more of the darker shades. So here you see it says quads, trios, and duos, and it has the top and bottom rows, and it has them numbered, which is great, especially for beginners when it comes to eyeshadow. It has them numbered right here, the colors that go together, that complement each other. So it's 13 eye looks all in one palette, which I feel is very good when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. So here's the top row swatch. You have the darkest shade, and they're swatched from right to left on the top row, and that's the darkest shade. And these are more, this one is a matte, and this one right here on the end is a matte. And then the rest are, there's 4 shimmers in that top row, and then there's 2 matte colors in that top row. So those are the top row swatches for you. Now I'll go and I'll swatch the bottom row. And here is the bottom row swatched, again from right to left. The darkest shade, these 2 are shimmers. There's actually more shimmers in the bottom row, but I think 2 of them may be possibly matte on here. So yeah, I think that this one and this one are the mattes in the bottom row. So again, there's 2 4 shimmers on that bottom row. There's 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. So as you can see, they're very pigmented. This is just one swipe from my index finger from the eyeshadow itself onto my arms. This is one swipe, so they are very, very pigmented. The color payoff is good on my skin tone. I know it's been hard for me to find it here in San Diego, so if you see it in your area, go ahead and grab this up and put it in your makeup collection and your stash, because this Maybelline, they brought it with this. I'm a big fan of Maybelline just in general, because they have a lot of diverse shades when it comes to all of their makeup, and they don't just cater to one skin tone. They have a vast array of shades, especially with their foundations. I love Maybelline, and I am so excited to have gotten my hands on this palette, and it was everything that I thought it was going to be. So like I said, get this palette if you see it. If you want to see how it was when I tested it out, then stay tuned for the tutorial.